I'm glad somebody finds such joy in the world today.
Oh, obviously you haven't read this morning's paper.
I have. I didn't find anything to laugh about.
Well, no, the story on Robert Scorpio and Catherine Delafield and her narrow escape wasn't funny, but I think the follow-up story on Lucy Coe having a bag of diamonds thrown in her car is very humorous, don't you think?
No, it's just a bit bizarre, that's all.
Well, maybe. Actually, it's sort of sad. Poor Lucy. She must have frozen her overworked buns driving around in a convertible with the top down.
Let me assure you, Monica, I couldn't be less interested.
Oh, come on. You mean to tell me you're not interested in the fact that Lucy turned the diamonds into the police?
Why shouldn't she? It's the logical thing to do with them, isn't it?
Not for Lucy. No, it isn't. The only way she would turn those diamonds into the police would be because she was promised something much more valuable.
Is that another one of your cheap innuendos, Monica?
Oh, I wouldn't say so, not considering the price of diamonds these days.
Let me tell you something. This has been less than scintillating.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Alan, come on. You're so guilt-ridden. No wonder you're so quick to point the accusing finger.
What are you talking about?
You know damn well that birth certificate and that piece of paper with the formula on it was planted in my dresser drawer.
Was it really?
Come on, Alan. Wake up. Open your eyes.
My eyes are open to you and to Ned and to that illegitimate brat of yours and the massive fraud you try to perpetrate. All those facts are going before the ELQ board as soon as possible.
Mr. ELQ still convinced we're the bad guys?
Oh, yes, more so now than ever.
What are we going to do?
Well, one thing we're not going to do is convince him that we're innocent.
Yeah, well, he's got some pretty convincing evidence to bring up before the ELQ board.
There is nothing more convincing than the truth. I'm not going to stand back and have Dawn or you or myself falsely accused of something and possibly sent to jail for something that Tracy is responsible for.
Jenny said you wanted to see me, Mother. Are you feeling all right?
I don't need a doctor, if that's what you mean. Unless you can make me young again.
I don't understand what you mean, darling.
I want us both to be young again. Young as we were when I could hug you to take away your pain.
Oh, darling, you're so sweet. Listen, you've done your part. I'm an adult now. I'm a quartermain. I can fight my own battles.
Edward should never have done this. I should have stopped him.
It's not Father's fault that Monica betrayed me. All I ever wanted to do was to prove to him I deserved to be a quartermain. Monica not only betrayed me, she's tried to destroy me, Mother.
Oh, I don't believe that. And deep down, you don't believe it either.
My dear, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Then find out. Before you do something that you're going to regret, find out.
I'm afraid it's too late for that. Everything's been set in motion. There's a board meeting tomorrow.
Well, that gives you 24 hours to find out the truth.
I don't know if that wouldn't be worse, my dear. You see, and I don't think I could stand any more pain.
Oh, Edward, Edward, don't you see what you've done to our family?
Quartermain residence.
Yes, hello. This is Rhonda at the hospital, and I'm calling for Dr. Alan Quartermain. Something has come up at the hospital.
Would you please wait just one moment, madam? It's the hospital, sir. Someone named Rhonda, I believe.
Tell her I'm not in or you can't find me.
Madam.
Yes?
I'm terribly sorry. Dr. Quartermain is not here. Is there a message?
No.
I'm sorry. I just don't understand why you're so pleased.
Ellen, hi. If I didn't know better, I would say that you were avoiding me.
No, I've got some other things on my mind.
Oh, listen to me. I just need to talk to you just for a second, okay? Listen to me. I know you're upset that I went to Scott instead of you about that thing with the guy throwing the diamonds in my car. But, Ellen, I had to. I mean, he's a lawyer after all. And besides, I just didn't want to burden you with any more of my troubles.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, and I understand.
Good. Then I think, Dr. Quartermain, that I think a meeting is in order at our apartment tonight.
I can't do that, Lucy. I've got to go in front of the ELQ board tomorrow and accuse Monica of securities fraud and industrial espionage. And I've got a big problem in my own head of trying to send my son's mother to prison.
I know, Alan, listen to me. I realize how tough it is on you. You're a good and decent man, but you have to keep this in mind. You are not responsible for this. Monica is, and she's the one who's plotting to destroy you. She is.
Well, perhaps. And maybe she's right. Maybe Tracy's responsible for everything. I just don't have anything at all that proves to me that I could trust Monica. Listen, I would love to be with you. I can't right now. I've got other things on my mind, okay?
Okay. Nurse Jennifer, listen, I need just a blank envelope if that's possible. Do you have one? Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you very much.
I feel so sorry for Charlene. She must be worried sick about her son.
Yes, I'm sure. Mother, what can I do for you?
I'm worried sick about you, Ellen. I wish there was some way to call off today's board meeting.
Me too.
Do you mean that? You're having second thoughts?
Mother, I don't like the idea of having to publicly implicate Monica in this sabotage business.
Oh, I'm sure she's innocent.
Does that mean you think Tracy's guilty?
I hate the thought. And don't put words into my mouth. But there's still time to call off the meeting and investigate.
Mother, I just don't know what I'm going to do yet.
There you are. I called your place. I was wondering what happened to you.
Well, I left early. I wanted to give Monica some moral support for this ELQ meeting.
Yeah, should be a lot of laughs, huh?
I don't really think it's funny that people of the same family are trying to hurt each other.
My family doesn't have to try, Dawn.
Nurse Barnett, report to Dr. Boyd in emergency.
Monica.
Look, if you think I'm going to try to talk you out of this meeting, you're wrong. I'm not going to talk you out of the meeting. I'm not even going to talk to you, Alan, because you haven't listened to me in so long, I can hardly remember.
Please, wait.
Oh, excuse me, Dr. Cornermain, I have your mail for you.
Thank you.
Dr. Yoshimoto, CICU staff. Dr. Yoshimoto, CICU staff.
I've done what you paid me to do, but things are getting too close for comfort. Don't expect to see me around anytime soon. Walt. Where's Dr. Benson?
He's not on call today.
Get me his home number right away.
Oh, he just moved. I'll look it up for you.
That was not Dr. Benson's number. That was a pizza parlor.
That's the number he gave me.
That is so strange. Harrison, do you know where Walt Benson is?
Oh, that's great. That's the last thing I needed to hear right now. I was about to ask you the same question.
You're what?
Yeah, I've been searching around for him all day today, and I have to run into an intern who has to tell me that my doctor packed his bags and left. So I go to his locker, and I find nothing. It's empty. He's gone. I'm on my way up to Steve. I got to talk to him, find out if he knows anything about this. I'll talk to you later, Alan.
I want you to cancel everything for me today, nurse. I'm not available. I've got an important meeting. I just want you to know that I've considered your advice.
Oh, good, dear. I'm glad.
But I've got to tell you, I'm going ahead with the meeting. I'm convinced I'm doing the right thing.
Oh, No, no.
I'm sorry, Mother. I have a last piece of evidence that I assure you is the last nail in Monica's legal coffin.
Oh, you could be mistaken.
I'm not mistaken, Mother. I know it. You're going to have to excuse me. We're about ready to start.
Oh, Alan, you're being too hasty. Alan! Oh, Alan. Oh, dear, I shouldn't be shouting at him. Edward. Edward Quartermain. This is all your fault. Why don't you show yourself like a man and do something about it?
Now, Lila, don't get upset. You know I can't stand it when you're upset.
Upset? Upset? Oh, I'm way beyond that. Oh, I'd like to shake you. Where have you been? Your family needs you.
Well, I'm beginning to see that now.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
For once, I agree with you.
That is not enough. What are you going to do?
And now stop the fireworks. I never thought things would go this far.
Oh, too far. Much too far. Oh, Edward, I warned you about it, but you wouldn't listen.
Now, don't cry. You know, I can't stand it when you cry. There's a way out of this. Call Jennings.
What can Jennings do?
Get my fishing tackle box out of the boathouse. The one they pulled out of the airplane wreckage.
Edward, our family is falling apart and all you can think of is fishing.
Just tell Jennings to get the tackle box. What's inside will save the day.
It will? Oh, Edward, thank you, thank you. I knew you wouldn't let us down. Jennings? Jennings?